Hej, siemanko, Liska, z tej strony nas witam serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z gameplayem z Trailerami. Zaczynamy od Thanasa Edge of the Abyss. I zobaczymy, co tutaj nam pokażą.
Beginning your descent. Promise me calm. No unnecessary risks.
Subnautica?
To lose yourself down there. We owe it to their families to help them find some peace.
Are you a bit of a romance?
SS
The
Thalassa.
way you speak of adventures.
The Thalassa is different.
She built this ship as a home. It's nice to have that again.
That girl makes chaos. Mark my words.
Mark my
There's a
words.
strange sense of calm.
Comrade.
Isn't there?
Everybody's story is complex. You should know. Seek the truth as you do.
Make a wish. What did you wish for? I wish I wasn't dead.
Dum, 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 dum. T17. Pięknie. Indica.
I guess I can't do anything worse than that. It's so easy to step over everything you believe in. Somewhere onto your side. Convince me that I haven't done anything bad. I'm talking about intentional unfairness for one's own gain.
Did you say unfair? Is it fair that one tree has 1,000 leaves and the other has 1,001? Is it fair when two people throw the dice, one gets a 6 and the other gets a 2?
No tam grybasek tańczył sobie. Tak, kurde, świnka. To może być dobry horrorek. Ask and you shall be deceived. Yes, my liege. Songs of Conquest. DMCA 4G. Songs. Pięknie, pięknie. Destiny 2, The Final Shape. No te Songs of Conquest takie jak Karosi.
I could have almost believed it was paradise. I feel the light flowing through me. It's everywhere. The ground beneath my feet is a memory. So is the grass and the sky. The warmth of the sun on my face. And around every corner, every familiar hallway, I keep expecting to see you. But instead, Corruption,
Corruption. Yes.
blight, sickness spreading through the traveler. Because the traveler's where I am, isn't it? This disease, I can feel it too. Something in the pit of me knows it won't stop after it's consumed this place. You, me, the
And you.
entirety of everything and everyone we know. It wants to infect it all. We gotta stop what's happening here. Now. Before it's too late. A final shape is coming.
Define shape. Ale ciary. Pięknie. Morbid, Lords of Ire.
Made it back, Striver.
Yes, my liege.
So, it is as I fear. You must traverse the land of Ire and defeat the servants of the devious deity. We have won the battle, but unfortunately, the war has only just begun.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. I pięknie. Dead by Daylight. Always. The Archive, Psalm 19, Splendor. Ooh. Trapper's Outfit. Autograf, lol. Here's Johnny! A ten co to? Pod doktor. Pięknie. Soczyście krwisto.
Thank God.
Riven remake.
I need your help.
Cóż to? Przygodówka? FPP, fantazja, elementy logiczne. A, to tak jest bardziej ten. Z zagadkami. Typowo. Brzmi trochę jak Atlantis. Jeśli ktoś kojarzy tę gierkę. usiąść sobie wygodniej na foteliku? Chwyć za dźwignię? Ale serio, to tak trochę jak Atlantis wygląda, nie?
Hey everyone.
Unreal Engine 5.4.
Here. Check out some of the highlights. First up, UE 5.4 has powerful new tools for setting up and animating characters directly in the editor. With Modular Control Rig, you can build animation rigs from understandable parts instead of complex granular graphs. Here you can see us setting up a leg in just a few steps. Automatic retargeting makes it faster and easier to get great results when using bipedal character animation of known skeletal types. The skeleton editor is now more performant and offers more functionality. There's also a suite of new functions that make the deformer graph more accessible. For animation authoring, we've focused on making our tools more intuitive and robust while streamlining workflows. Case in point, animation-friendly gizmos means you can quickly and easily pose characters using just the middle mouse button. And finally, Sequencer gets a significant makeover with better readability and improved usability, including a new layered control rigs feature. Motion matching is now more robust, performant, and memory scalable. Now production ready, this toolkit is used to select and transition animation clips at runtime by searching a database of captured animation, using the current motion information of the character in the game as the key. There's also a suite of debugging tools that gives visibility into its inner workings. We've invested significant effort into improving rendering performance in UE 5.4. This includes refactoring the systems to enable a greater degree of parallelization, adding GPU instance culling to hardware ray tracing, optimizing shader compilation, and more. Nanite continues to receive enhancements, starting with a new tessellation feature that enables fine details, such as cracks and bumps, to be added at render time without altering the original mesh. Plus, the addition of software variable rate shading via Nanite compute materials brings substantial performance gains. Temporal Super Resolution has received stability and performance enhancements to ensure predictable output regardless of the target platform. And finally, Movie Render Graph, a major update to the Movie Render Queue, enables you to set up render layers with a node-based architecture. Next up, UE 5.4 introduces a new motion design mode that's been developed in conjunction with leading broadcasters.
Nieźle.
With specialized tools for authoring complex 2D motion graphics, including 3D shapes,
Pamiętam jeszcze, jak
cloners,
ktoś jakiś czas temu się dopytywał,
modifiers,
czy
animators, and more.
Unreal Engine będzie mocno rozwijany i tak dalej.
The virtual camera
że
tool is
tak.
now supported on Android
Patrzcie, jak
as
trafiłem
well as
idealnie.
iOS. VCam workflows are
Ja wtedy
also
mówiłem,
now
że
fully
Unreal
supported in
Engine
Unreal
jest
Engine
bardziej
on
przyszłością, nie?
macOS.
Że to mocno pójdzie, nie?
We've
Zwłaszcza jak będą
introduced a
wydawać nowe wersje.
fully customizable toolkit that utilizes
I co, pomyliłem się?
XR framework to support OpenXR HMDs such as Oculus and Valve Index. For IC VFX, we've added depth of field compensation for in-display. Using the real world's camera position and lens parameters, it renders a corrected depth of field in Unreal Engine on the LED wall to compensate for the additional blurring introduced by the physical lens. Along with other depth of field enhancements, this dramatically improves the realism and plausibility of LED wall shots. New in this release is Unreal Cloud DDC, a self-hosted cloud storage system for the Unreal Engine-derived data cache. Designed for distributed users and teams, it enables you to efficiently share Unreal Engine cached data across public network connections. Our local DDC also now uses a new server architecture, offering improved data conditioning performance, faster load times and Pi workflows, and other benefits. These are just some of the highlights of the Unreal Engine 5.4. You can find out more about all the new features and download the release on unrealengine.com. Enjoy!
Nieźle, nieźle. No, zobaczmy, co tam jeszcze przyniesie Unreal Engine. Na pewno same pyszności, bym powiedział. Remnant 2, The Forgotten Kingdom DLC, Official Launch Train.
The singing stones belong to Lydusa. Once they sang only sweetly. A song to make them twirl and dance like wind-caught sand. But the wicked beasts twisted my sweet song to screams. Lydusa was kind. She gave and gave. Wisdoms, magics, even the sweet lilted song of the stones. But it was not enough for the beasts. Never enough. They lied to me, so I shed this fragile mortal body. And I remember little after that. Only the screams and the wrath, rattling and grinding inside. It's quiet now, but the hurt, it still hurts.
Okay. Marvel Rivals.
It's time for magic and mischief.
Czyli nowy Overwatch.
Time to vanish. By the eye, the more the merrier. I'm everywhere. I'm gone. I still need you. Your powers are mine. The king of Asgard, at your service.
King of Asgard. Hammer Watch 2.
By the sovereign hand of the mighty King Roland, Light the Horrible and his merciless dragon army now hold dominion. Their hopes now lie with a select fellowship of noble and skilled heroes, poised to embark on a perilous journey to wrest control of the kingdom from the forces of evil. Will you summon the depths of your courage to join their illustrious ranks and fight for the Watch?
For the Gryffindor.
Watch 2. Your journey starts now.
Available now. Pięknie. Starship Troopers Extermination.
We are increasing our war efforts and offering you new, exciting career opportunities.
To kill more bugs.
Meet the new Vanguard. The Ranger is well suited for close quarters combat and scouting. Their excellent mobility allows them to explore and be more self-sufficient, supporting themselves for long periods of time. Storming onto the battlefield with explosive weaponry in hand, the Demolisher unleashes a formidable arsenal. With expert knowledge in all things explosive, the Federation's premier Demolisher troopers will easily be able to blast their way through the endless swarms of the arachnid menace. Let's not forget the medic. Always
Medic!
around in combat situations.
We need a medic.
Provides much needed mobile support and active healing to keep the rest of the Vanguard in top shape.
Potrzebowali medyka i mają medyk.
The sniper.
Sniper jest.
And jump jets. The sniper is able to find tactical advantages and destroy bugs from a safe distance. The Guardian is the Federation's foremost defensive juggernaut, equipped with hardened armor plates and formidable machine guns. And here's the logistical backbone of the Vanguard, the Engineer. These tactical masterminds are essential to base building and maintenance while also employing an arsenal of mines, the split shotgun,
Okay.
Vanguard favorite, the flamethrower. Remember, citizen, with our combined efforts, these
Burn them all! Tak jest. Spalić ich żywcem.
Would you like to know more?
Nie. Exit. Okay. Trench Tales. Okay. Ziomki miały czerwone oczy? Co to kurde, demony jakieś? Your last fight.
Rated M for mature.
Stellar Blade. Behind the scenes.
I've been making games for about 30 years. And making this kind of game has always been a dream for me. Stellar Blade has been influenced by various countries, but in particular by Korea. Korea has developed extensively over the years, with structures that had gone through cycles of construction and decay. Seeing those buildings crumble felt post-apocalyptic to me. I wanted to capture this unique charm in Stellar Blade.
Even in the darkest times, it's always safe to bet on human survival instinct.
In the game, you will encounter a city called Zion.
Zion.
A place
Matrix.
frozen in time.
Zion is the last city of humanity on Earth.
Aesthetically, Zion
Matrix.
really stands out, but I felt sympathy for the NPCs living there. They live in a very challenging and unfortunate environment.
Is everyone hiding because of us?
We have a situation here.
There are many different environments in Stellar Blade. A city environment, great deserts, and wastelands.
Szkoda tylko, że wymiękli z tą cenzurą, nie? W Stellar Blade'zie. No cóż.
Associated with post-apocalyptic worlds. Rather than expanding horizontally, I thought about ways to expand vertically.
Orbit Elevator is the level I'm the most proud of.
My favorite area of the game is the Matrix. I love maze-like environments, so that area is by far my favorite.
Personally, my favorite stage is the subway section. It's a map where you delve deep into the underground. From the collapsed subway station to other precarious sections, traces of survivors, and ultimately a fateful encounter. At the beginning of the game, players navigate a somewhat linear map. However, the moment you encounter survivors on the surface, the world expands significantly.
This is the largest land I've ever seen in my life.
And yet danger lurks around every corner.
And you can find yourself in a world where you can go anywhere.
Describing Stellar Blade sound in one word would be clang.
Parrying is a crucial element of our combat system.
Our goal was to make a fast, colorful, and stylish combat. We were inspired by games such as God of War, Sekiro, Dark Souls, DMC, and Bayonetta.
What was the blocking button?
We made a huge effort to make weapon hits more impactful and make combat sequences more dynamic.
In the game, the accurate trajectory of the weapon and the position of the opponent are crucial. We did our best to precisely align these elements to convey the feeling of the sword penetrating the opponent accurately. These are cases where, depending on the situation, I might cut through or sever an enemy's body using a sword. I believe this is a crucial element, not just for the sake of gore, but also to give the feeling that the player is effectively utilizing a sword and give the feeling that you are really fighting. The functions of the DualSense were incredibly helpful for that. You'll be able to feel it right on your fingertips. Add this to the sound, motion, enemy reactions and effects. All of these elements combine in perfect harmony.
I can't wait for players to encounter the boss battles.
All the excitement, all the awe, it all combines into our boss battles. There are at least 3 boss monsters per map. Stellar Blade's bosses have a variety of appearances and a variety of attack styles.
You need to figure out a monster's pattern and fight accordingly.
My most memorable monster is the one we made first. His name is Gigas. He's a gorilla-shaped monster. At first, he had only a few skills, but we added many more while developing the combat system.
The reason why I like Starker the most is because he's the first monster that made me feel that I'm doing a good job with the scripting. Out of all of them, he's the best.
A thrusting finish.
There is a monster called Abaddon that players will meet early on in the game.
Everyone in the studio had a competition to see who could defeat this boss first.
Okay, let's do this.
Adam, get back!
From that moment, all of us understood how to design the combat system of Stellar Blade.
Things will only get harder.
Stellar Blade is the outcome of my creative dictatorship. However, that dictatorship is quite feeble. So, everyone pretends to listen to what I say whilst creating what they want.
To be honest, it wasn't a smooth ride. Can I do it again?
The most important thing was the communication between each other.
For instance, when we have meetings, we discuss details such as the length of the limbs, because when they are longer here, a void is created here, and when the sword cuts through the empty space, it leads to lack of impact. We discuss that kind of detail.
Our meeting with Sony was truly fateful. Shuhei Yoshida happened to be in South Korea. We contacted Sony, informed them that we were making a game, and he came to play it in person. From there on, our relationship with Sony began.
When I found out that Stellar Blade was PlayStation 5 exclusive, I was very proud.
My first PlayStation was a PS2 when I was in middle school. I never dreamt that I would ever get to develop the games I played of as a child.
I grew up too poor to afford a gaming console, and only when I became a college student could I finally purchase PS1. I enjoyed playing games like Ridge Racer and Final Fantasy, and this ignited a strong desire in me to create games like this. In Korea, there are not many opportunities to create console games, so there is a strong desire to make good games for global users. When Stellar Blade is released, I hope it becomes an example that South Korean game developers can develop a console game.
I think Kim Young-tae will leave a historic mark on South Korean game developing history.
Stellar Blade was made for you. If you are a player who enjoys single-player console games, you will know how much the developers love the culture and how much they put their love and hearts into it. I hope you have a great time with its charming characters, captivating worlds, and formidable foes. Just grab your controller and enjoy.
Kiedy na PC-ta? To jest dobre pytanie, nie? Kiedy na PC-ta? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade. Wrath of the Mutants.
Hotfoot coming our way. You guys can do better than that. Pizza! Twice and done.
Today you meet your end.
Spoko. Skull and Bones, który chyba już jest trochę taki martwy, nie? Wszyscy się nahypowali na Skull and Bones, a wyszło jak zwykle, nie? Jeszcze ogłosili, że to quadruple.
Drive his scourge from the Indian Ocean and be rewarded with unique cosmetics. The Compagnie Royale sends a heavily guarded convoy of ships carrying valuable contraband across the Indian Ocean. Ambush their ships and seize a wealth of loot and exotic goods, including the Royal Custodian armor, which boosts your fleet's defense against fire, flooding, and explosive attacks. Fair winds bring free and premium seasonal cosmetics available for a limited time. Obtain them before the vendors set sail for new waters. The time is now, Captain. Victory
Aye,
over the
Captain.
is within reach. Test your mettle and prove your worth as a kingpin of the Indian Ocean.
Nice.
There has been a lot
Nightingale.
happening since we launched Nightingale. Here is a quick look at some of the major features that are coming up in the 0.2 patch. We've introduced new and updated bound enemies with enhanced ranged capabilities. The Bound Breaker unleashes powerful long-range projectiles. The Lamplighter have acquired a ranged attack, emitting miasma blasts from their lanterns. Aegis Bound not only shield ranged adversaries, but also charge at you upon taking damage. Watch out for their Ground Slam AoE, designed to knock you back. The Bombardier has been upgraded to hurl fused grenades that explode after a short time. The Dark Weaver now renders itself immune and significantly strengthens the bound it links with for a tactical advantage. Our one-handed weapons have been upgraded with new combat abilities, significantly enhancing their utility. The hammer features flurry of blows, delivering high damage with the need to build momentum. The sickle, designed for crowd control, now includes wide sweeps to damage multiple enemies, and a boomerang attack for hitting multiple targets in front of you, great for rapid resource gathering. The knife excels in delivering devastating critical backstabs, and now includes a parry mechanism that necessitates accurate timing, granting stamina restoration and stunning the creature. Additionally, new off-handed weapons complement any one-handed weapon.
O kurde.
Grenades provide powerful AoE damage, ideal for groups of bound, but use them cautiously to avoid self-harm. Throwing knives offer precision, perfect for weakening approaching enemies or targeting those fleeing. The dodge ability has been expanded to all weapons, including two-handed ones, and is now activated with the left.
Ale kryt, to 13 000, nieźle.
Umbrellas have been rebalanced for extended and faster gliding. Swimming and rock climbing have also had their stamina requirements significantly reduced, allowing for longer traversals. Introducing the Blunderbuss, an early game weapon that offers explosive AoE ranged attacks, ideal against groups of bound. The new Craft from Storage feature enables access to any materials within a wide radius from storage containers, streamlining the crafting process. Building from storage will be coming soon. Queued crafting has been introduced, allowing you to line up multiple recipes for crafting simultaneously, enhancing efficiency. With enhanced crafting speeds, making crafting and refining a more efficient experience. The compulsive sorting feature, which allows for quick stacking of items into chests, has been previously implemented for better inventory management. We've revamped the crafting system to ensure all crafted items, from food to gear and weapons, now fully adopt every attribute from the resource used, removing prior limitations. In addition, we've streamlined crafting by eliminating redundant attributes and reducing the variability in resources, making your choices in crafting more impactful and straightforward. With these updates, you may notice some changes in your equipment's performance, including increases or decreases in weapon damage, health, and magic power. This overhaul enables you to tweak any piece of equipment, allowing for damage enhancements across your arsenal and offering more flexibility in how you gear up. We've significantly lowered the requirements for many tile sets, particularly the advanced ones, allowing for quicker construction. We're excited to introduce two new characters to Nightingale. Veronique Albertine Bianchi, a perfumer turned grenadier, offers a mission to master grenades in a desert antiquarium. Desma Valavani, located beside Aurelio in the antiquarian forest, presents a mission to unlock the Blunderbuss recipe. Plus, we've brought Nellie Bly to life with new voiceover work, adding more depth to her character.
What brings you back to this sweltering furnace of a realm?
Players who completed Nellie's quest through the aggressive path are now able to go back and finish Frankenstein's, Ludovine's, and Danu's questlines. Once you've encountered any essence traders in the realms, there's no need for return visits to buy recipes. You can now make purchases directly from your guidebook for added convenience.
O! Quality of life. Nie trzeba łazić po NPC-ach. W sumie to takie trochę ułatwienie, nie?
Removing the need to retrieve them. However, death will result in gear durability reduction and loss of food buffs. our team is diligently working on further enhancements, with an offline mode being a key focus. Stay tuned for further updates on this.
O,
and
offline
other
można pograć. Pracuję nad tym. Ciekawe. Ciekawe, ciekawe. Karma, The Dark World.
Night crawlers. That's what the people in the city call us. The Thought Bureau describes my duty as roam. Compared to the number of midnight operations, we spend most of our time in other people's brains, listening to what you hear and watching what you see. April 30th, 1976. It's the 4th year since I joined Leviathan's Thought Bureau. It's taken me 8 whole years to finally discover who I am.
No, kim jesteś? O, to horror. Psychologiczny.
What happened to me?
Nice. Bulwark, Falconer Chronicles.
The Free House remnant, I presume? The Orthodoxy holds the power to increase your settlements.
We represent the bannerless on this day, and they have deemed you unworthy of further fighting.
Unworthy. You shall die.
Oberon's gate remain. We can import resources and reconnect with our lost kin. This is a great day.
Lords of the Fallen, Master of Fate.
Hello, fellow Lambetters. Saul here. After the culmination of our 3.5 years of passion, we launched Lords of the Fallen, our debut game at Hexworks. We were truly humbled when we saw that in just over a week, there were already over 1 million of you embarking upon the wall of Morpstead. Your belief in our vision has been our driving force. Today, we'd like to take the opportunity to share some insights on our transformative new update that will redefine your future playthroughs. We take immense pride in Lords of the Fallen being amongst the first ever games to launch on Unreal Engine 5, and the very first action RPG to do so. It is in part thanks to this amazing technology that we were able to overlay 2 parallel walls on top of each other, with the ability to switch instantly between them both. We wanted to bring something entirely new and innovative to the genre, something that will provide a unique twist. That said, this innovation, coupled with a brand new game engine, meant we were navigating completely uncharted territory from a technical standpoint. Furthermore, we aspired to elevate the genre's prevailing online multiplayer mechanic with our seamless co-op mode. In contrast to other games in the genre, players stay together after defeating a boss for as long as they desire. While a full co-op campaign was beyond our original scope, we firmly believe that this stands as one of the very best multiplayer experiences currently available within the action RPGs. Despite our best efforts, some people experienced unforeseen technical issues when Lords of the Fallen first launched, and you rightfully brought it up to our attention. We've taken your feedback very seriously and acted as swiftly as possible to bring the game in line with our vision. We've released over 30 updates to address gameplay feedback and all technical hiccups.
No to akurat prawda, że wydawali dosyć mocno te patche. Nie tak jak Punishers.
That the likelihood of any in-game crash is now less than 1%. Save game hitches have been fully resolved and frame rate has been significantly improved across all platforms. Likewise, our online multiplayer experience is now more stable and more responsive than ever has been. In light of the game's enduring popularity, we made the decision to expand its period of live support, and in early November, revealed an ambitious post-launch roadmap, encompassing several significant content updates alongside with continuous smaller releases. We've added tons of new content, like new armors, new weapons, mini-bosses, new quests, and we've also taken the opportunity to address the most popular user feedback. Enemy density has been reduced, boss difficulty has been increased, and we've added numerous quality of life improvements. I'm pleased to say that the Lords of the Fallen experience is the best it's ever been, and it's about to get even better. I'm delighted to introduce the final stage of the Lords of the Fallen free content roadmap.
Free!
Master of Fate update.
Za darmo to ci ocena. Tak jest.
Whether you purged the 5 beacons in the name of Oraz, reveled in their Rogar corruption as the champion of Adir, or even sided with the all-consuming entity, otherwise known as the Umbral Mother, a brand new and totally unique
Come to Papa Beastie.
now awaits those who've completed Lords of the Fallen. Forge your own destiny with the Master of Fate update, which introduces a fully fledged new game modifier system, empowering players to completely customize subsequent playthroughs of Lords of the Fallen. Adjust mob density, randomize loot drops and enemy types, and even enable permadeath with the Iron Man modifier for an all-new roguelite challenge for only the most battle-hardened of Crusaders. These new gameplay modifiers are completely optional and can be applied to either the New Game Plus or Reset World option you're presented with when completing an initial playthrough. You're free to select as many as you want, with multiple configurations guaranteed to result in some truly unique experiences. Plus, there's new achievements for all new gameplay features.
Ooh.
And fear not, you'll always have the option to reset the world at any vestige, in case you were a little too ambitious in your choices. So, let's take a look at the options. For players looking to create a one-of-a-kind adventure with every playthrough, the all-new randomizers really turn New Game Plus on its head. In random enemy mode, every encounter will be completely unpredictable, with absolutely any of the 70+ enemy types able to spawn. Perhaps you'll face a dreaded marauder in the opening hours, or a patrol of skin stealers with but a slither of health remaining. Similarly, with random loot spawns, there's no knowing what item you'll pick up next. Whether you're opening a chest or soul-flaying an umbral belly, literally any weapon, armor, or one of the other numerous items can be found at any point in the game. Perhaps a super OP dual-handed battle axe lies just around that corner. Though at the same time, there's every chance it'll turn out to be that bottom-of-the-barrel shield. In the RNG gods we trust. And speaking of loot, there's also the pre-upgraded loot modifier, ensuring all weapons, shields, and catalysts found come pre-upgraded based on your player level. For the ultimate Get Good challenge, select Iron Man. If slain in Axiom, you'll still resurrect in Umbral for a second chance to survive. But suffer defeat in this nightmarish realm, and that's the end of your adventure. Instead of reviving at a vestige, you'll restart at the very beginning of the game, albeit retaining your player level and items. Pair this with our loot randomizer, and you've effectively turned Lords of the Fallen into a bona fide roguelite experience. By selecting the Withered Healing option, you'll no longer replenish health through normal means. Instead, when you use your Sanguinarix or other consumable to heal, you will only receive Wither, meaning you'll have to play aggressively for any chance of survival. Vestiges are the saving grace for many a Dark Crusader. With the Vestige Decay modifier, you can adjust the number of vestiges you'll encounter in your crusade across Mornstead. Or you can even remove them altogether for the ultimate challenge of endurance. And if all that's not challenging enough, there's the More Enemies modifier, which increases the number of formidable foes you'll encounter throughout a playthrough. So, whether you want to make the game easier, harder, or simply rearrange a few things for an equally unpredictable second, third, or even fourth journey through Mornstead, become a master of fate with our latest update, available now and free for all owners of Lords of the Fallen.
Pięknie. Pięknie, 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 ale ludziska, to by było na dzisiejszy odcineczek. Tyle z mojej strony. Dzięki wielkie za oglądanie i widzimy się już niedługo w kolejnej.